Hey guys, just before the video starts, I do have a quick little update talking about what's going to be happening with the ending of the Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode. As you guys all know, I will be having kind of like a quick preview of the whole, review of the Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode, where I accumulate all the stats between DeBrincat, Kane, and everyone that played on the Chicago Blackhawks. Then I will also be finishing up the Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode, as I'll probably be playing like another 25 years with the team with them, so I'll get a pretty good amount of stats going for you guys. So when we do the eventual review, it will practically be all the stats, what happened after we left, and stuff like that, which I'm really excited to do. Not just that, we're going to be starting a new franchise mode, which I have a vote in the link in the description below. It's a straw poll. You guys can go and vote. We got the Anaheim Ducks, Vegas Golden Knights, shout out to Linebot, New Jersey Devils, New York Islanders, Detroit Red Wings, and the Buffalo Sabres. Go vote in the link down in the description below. In a week's time, we will be deciding who is going to be the next franchise mode guy that we do, and then we will start that franchise mode up. So in a week's time, we're going to be starting up a new franchise mode. But for right now, guys, enjoy the Quebec Nordiques video. Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is episode 18 of your Quebec Nordiques franchise mode. As in today's episode, we are going into the 2023 offseason, as the Quebec Nordiques just came off an upsetting loss to the Boston Bruins in Game 6. As it was an upsetting loss, we were playing pretty well. Dylan Larkin was on absolute fire the entire playoffs. We really did have that belief where we felt like we were going to make it all the way. We had a great series against the Philadelphia Flyers. We beat them up. But the Boston Bruins, they just were too strong of a team for us to beat. And now we're here in a position where we're going to be heading into the offseason looking like a pretty damn good team. I'm really excited with the way that this team looks, with Dylan Larkin on the team and Taylor Hall, of course. But not just that, you got Cole Perfetta, who had a pretty good year once again in Saginaw. He's going to be a third-line guy for the team this year. And I'm really excited to use Cole Perfetta on that line. I really want to see him be in the NHL this year and be a big-time player. It will be his first time in any pro league, because he's been playing in the OHL for the past 4 years. So it'll be his first time debuting. And the thing that's awesome, we're seeing a lot of guys start to jump up, like our Cali Dents, who we picked up 2nd overall, Andre Univolov, who we got 3rd, and now we're going to be getting Cole Perfetta, who is also another top 10 pick, which we got 7th overall. So we're starting to get a lot of prospects start to come into the core, start to develop, and I'm really excited to see Univolov and Perfetta play, since they were in the same draft class. But our first line is looking fantastic for the Quebec Nordiques. Of course, we got Hall, Larkin, and Cali Dansk. Our second line, we got Kapanen, Pajot, and Gurianov, or not Kapanen, what's his face, Yamamoto, who hopefully jumps up to be a big-time player for the Quebec Nordiques, who we want to play up on that second line. And then Dubé, of course, and Kapanen. And then you got so many other depth guys. Cole Perfetta, we really don't need any forward guys. The big thing that we're going to have to make an upgrade on, I think, is the defense core. With McDonagh being 33 years old, we do have a very young defense core, with Marco Haydn Fleury and, of course, Andre Univolov making out a very young defense core for the team. Haydn Fleury is about to hit his no-trade clause. When he does hit July 1st this year, he will be officially a no-trade clause guy on the team. So, I mean, nothing really too big for that. But, I mean, we'll just have to be careful of it. I do got to pump up the wheel this side, because we are going to be making some huge decisions this upcoming year. So the Boston Bruins are your Stanley Cup champions. So we lost to a Stanley Cup winning team. So congratulations to them. New Jersey Devils, they won the 1st overall selection from 8th overall. So lucky them. Let's take a look at the retired players. As Big Joe Thornton retires with 16-17. And Patrice Bergeron, he retires with the Quebec Nordiques. He finished off his career in Quebec. I think that's a great way to end things off, right? You almost win the cup, I mean, with the Boston Bruins a couple times, and you almost won it with Quebec too. Just was fucking quite far ways. Only if we made it into the playoffs last year. If we made it in, we would have definitely been a for sure fire Stanley Cup team, I think, last year. But just coaching problems, everything like that. There was a pretty big amount of problems with the Quebec Nordiques last year, and not this year, though. Dylan Larkin, what a pickup he was. I think that's what really needed to happen, was we needed a for sure fire first-line guy. And Patrice Bergeron wasn't that guy, but we did get him in Dylan Larkin. Excuse me, guys. and a random tickle my throat. But we do not have any first-round draft picks coming to this draft, so it's just going to be a really laid-back draft. We're just going to go out there, draft players that we need. We will, I totally forgot to check the awards. We'll check the awards right after this quick draft because this will not take us very long. We're not going to do any big trades. By looking at everyone, I think we're pretty much ready to go for this upcoming offseason. We should have the money. We already have $9.6 million. Plus, we have a ton of it coming off the books since Patrice Bergeron retired. And then plus all the other guys like Gurianov, Yamamoto, Dubé. All these guys are coming off their contracts. Next year will be a big season because we do got to pay Dylan Larkin up. We're going to have to pay him the big money. But overall, we really don't got to worry about too many people. I don't think Univolov we have to sign. So Univolov and Larkin are going to be the big name guys for next year's free agency. So our time to win is now. Next year's are definitely a big gate to win that cup. We have the money to go and spend. So Philip Christic, medium elite. That looks like a very nice player to pick up. Philip Christic, and he has a medium elite 58 overall. What a pick that is to start off the draft, 3rd round. I mean, that's what it's all about. We got to get those 3rd round deep picks, right, for the future. And I feel like Philip Christic could be that future guy for the team. Ryder Woodworth might as well. What the fuck was that, sir? Might as well. Fucking slurring on all my words there. But Woodworth, not really worth that much. 7th D-man. I don't think there was too much when I was taking a look at all the scouted. We didn't really scout too many players. So this draft is going to be a pretty low down draft. We're not getting the best of players. Christic will probably be our best player so far in this draft. I don't think we're going to get very much more luck with anybody else. Frozen, Chad Frozen. Lewis Zinger. We could use another defenseman. Zinger. Oh, sweet low elite 50 overall. Hopefully that pans out to be something for the Nordiques, a future defenseman for the team. That's not a shabby pick for me, man. That's a pretty good pick. I'm going to enjoy that. Sean Ben, medium top 6. That's not bad. Centerman. Sure, we'll pick him up. Medium top 6, nothing. Or medium bottom 6, not top 6. I think a medium elite player just got picked up right beside us. No, a medium top 6. Probably not going to pan out to be anything, but medium grinder. I mean, that's not bad. A left wing grinder should develop into maybe something, maybe even a 3rd line. Mikael Johansson will sign him, get him to draft him. Why am I signing him? Fuck. I'm messing up all my grammar already, boys. Jesus Christ. Trivanovic, Vladislav, Markov, sure, we'll give you a deal. We'll sign or draft you. There's really nothing in this fucking draft. It's so fucking quiet. There's nothing really to pick up. Here's Choco. Yeah, we're just going to sim the rest of the draft. There's really nothing special. I mean, Christic was one of our big picks, Zinger. But everyone else wasn't that big. And I don't want to keep trading away picks for next year's and next year's and next year's and keep doing that over and over again. Because, I mean, we're just going to have the same thing happen over and over to us again. So, might as well just sim the entire draft, get those picks done and over with. So, your Quebec Nordiques heading into the 2023 offseason. Yamamoto has jumped up to being 86 overall, and he is looking ready to go for the next season. I'm excited about that. So that's a big guy that jumped up. How much is he going to want? So he wants 5 years. I'll definitely sign you for 5 years. We can get you locked up to a pretty cheap deal. I mean, we got Taylor Hall to 4 years. So our goal is to kind of get everyone surrounded to that 4 or 5 year deals. So Yamamoto, so since he has that 5 year deal, the next 3 years of a contract, we need to give him some sort of wheel decision. So, because the 2 years are RFA and then the next are UFA. So he wants have no movement and then 1 year no trade clause. So 2 years no movement and then 1 year no trade clause for Kailer Yamamoto. I'll do that. This guy is a fucking fantastic player. 5.5 or 4.50 for Kailer Yamamoto. Perfect contract for me. Dylan Dubé, I would like to get you for 2 years here. Been a perfect player for us. We don't have to worry about signing you to any big deal. And I want you for 2 years, so we don't have to worry about paying you too much. Denis Gurianov, I was a little bit worried about picking him back up. I didn't know if he was going to be a correct guy to keep. But I feel since he's a big goal scorer guy and we need that type of guy on that second line, Denis Gurianov will be a keeper for the Quebec Nordiques. We are going to have to give him an RFA contract. A UFA contract. You just discount the 1 year and then the rest You give him a full-blown no movement clause. So he wants a no movement clause for the next 4 years of his contract after the first year, so we could trade him for the first year, but after that, we have to keep him. Michael Dahl jumped up to being 81. I mean, that's nice depth. Drake Caggiula, I know he wants to play on the team this year. We'll sign him to 3 years. That's not a bad contract either. Adam Lowry, we'll sign you to a contract. Might as well. Devin Shore, Nick Cousins, Zach Aston-Reese. He'll be gone next year. Sebastian Repo, Noah Gunler, Samalski. Look at that, 69 overall, already 19 years old. I mean, that is a very promising looking player right there. And Natural Liga, he had 18 points in 47 games. He was on the power play. I mean, I don't think he's getting very much ice. Actually, he's like getting a decent amount of ice time. I'm hoping he really explodes this upcoming season for the Natural Liga team down there. Hopefully he has another great year before jumping in the AHL group. I almost feel like signing him now to play on the AHL. I think that's what we're going to do. Since he's doing so well down there, we might as well give him a contract. We'll sign him. He'll play in the AHL for a year. That'll give him a chance to develop really nicely. Man, we have a fuck ton of money. $38 million. Jesus Christ. So Christopher Letang, I was thinking about re-signing him to come back and play with Marco Huntinainen again, maybe. Or maybe just play on the top six. Because, I mean, he's very, very happy with the team. I mean, neutral. He's not the happiest because probably the ice time and shit. Ice time is a big... Yeah, that's a big case for Chris Letang was the ice time. So I think... I mean, he's going to drop down this year. We know that's going to be a big thing. So we might as well sign him to another contract. He wants to sign with the team. So we'll sign him to another year deal. Jonas Brody, we're not going to be bringing back. Chris Letang would be a perfect top 6 guy. Even if that top 4, if Marco Huntinainen really doesn't jump up to be in the position where we want him to be. Sergei Vyzhnovsky, he's jumping up there too. 69 overall defensive defenseman. Vitaly Vyzhnovsky's brother. I don't think we're going to have to really worry about anybody signing. UC Saros, we need to sign back on a contract. Mackenzie Blackwood, we're just going to get rid of because we really don't need him. So UC Saros will sign back. And oh, fuck. Holy shit, Talpias, the guy that the fucking computers picked up, a medium elite goaltender. What a fucking gem there, baby. Okay, so there was a couple good picks to kind of go around. So Adam Lowry signs, Dylan Dubé, Drake Caggiula, Denis Gurianov resigns, UC Saros, Michael Dahl, Chris Letang. He doesn't want to sign, so we'll just let him go. Randy Samalski. Okay. Also, before we keep stumbling, we got to check out all the awards and such for the NHL this upcoming season. So, Boston Bruins are your Stanley Cup champions. But if Washington won the President's Trophy, they were facing off against the Chicago Blackhawks. Art Ross went to John Carlson. Hart Memorial went to John Carlson. James Norris went to Carlson. Lady Bing went to Nate McKinnon. Strangers got the Calder. Consummate with the Mantha. Vezina with the Samsonov. William Jennings also went to Samsonov. Happens the Gnome won the Bill Masterson. Jack Adams goes to Adet. Frank J. Sucky goes to Ryan O'Reilly. John Carlson went to Ted Lindsay. Maurice Rucker-Sharp goes to Nate McKinnon. So John Carlson was racking in the awards for this upcoming season. I remember seeing him out like 123 points, didn't we? He had like a huge amount of points this past season. He was just a fucking huge player in the NHL this season. I don't know what the fuck he was on, but he was on some massive steroids. Fuck, 114 points, just passing Nate McKinnon somehow. That's crazy. 100 assists. 100 fucking assists. That's crazy to see. That is crazy to see. I don't think we have to sign anybody else. So what are we going to be targeting in this upcoming free agency? As we see now, we had Ryan McDonagh drop down to an 86 overall. So we got to worry about that. That is going to be a kind of a big worry to me. Because is Marco Huntinainen really going to jump up? Because I don't know. That's a big decision we're going to have to make there. Binnington, Saros, we're fine there. Goaltending, our forward-wise, we're good there. We have old lines filled out. Larkin, Hall, Dance, Yamamoto, Pajot, Gurianov, Dubé, Kapanen, and we got Perfetta, Caggiula, Lowry, and Zach Aston-Reese. We got Demio. We got tons of guys down there. So defensively, we need to figure ourselves... excuse me, my lord. We need to figure ourselves out defensively and fix everything up there. So scouts, we'll sign scouts later, but coaching-wise, what do we have to worry about? Gilbert Robitaille had a great season for the team this year. We're practically can keep the way the team is. Jan Panik is our assistant head coach, but Gilbert Robitaille, what a fucking season this guy had. Honestly, great season. He had a great bounce back season from the year that he had with Nashville there when he got fired. But great coaching, Gilbert Robitaille. I'm really happy with the coaching staff, and I'm hoping they can keep improving going into this big offseason that we're going into. So that's a big thing we got to improve upon is the defenders, which I will leave to you guys in the next video because I don't want to go any longer. We're going to keep it up to you guys what we should do for the defensemen of this team. So we're going to look at a couple of defenders. So here's your defensive core. So you got Ryan Merkley, offensive defenseman. That's your top go-getter in the whole pool of people that are open. Which I wouldn't mind doing. 22 years old, he's a perfect guy, practically a replacement for Ryan McDonagh. Practically perfect. You got Ryan Pulock, 7 years, but that's an expensive-ass contract for a defenseman I don't think is really worth it. I mean, he's not too shabby, but, I mean, we can totally sign him for 2 years and then just kind of let him die off on the team, but I rather would have somebody younger right now. But Ryan Pulock wouldn't be a bad idea either. Could play on defensive pair in 3, so both guys really can't fill out the team, but we also have Dmitry Orlov, Kevin Shattenkirk, Darnell Nurse. All these guys can play up in the core, but don't have the nicest contracts to sign. I think the nicest guy that you could really sign is Kevin Shattenkirk, but he's not the greatest defensively, so you'd practically be making your defensive core worse. With Ryan Merkley, you're actually upgrading because he actually has a half-decent defensive category. I mean, we would probably be playing him alongside of Univolov, but we got to remember he is an RFA, and I think with the 5.3, we need a first and a third or something like that, but we only have the first and the fourth, so we would have to trade for our picks back, or we make a trade and we go after somebody else. We got Pietrangelo there, but he's 33 years old, so that would be a pretty bad deal to go after because we would have to pay a lot for some veteran defenseman that's only going to be on the team for 2 years. Evan Rodrigues, Mike Hoffman's there, Ryan Ellis, Matthias Ekholm. These two guys wouldn't be that bad. 2 years left, 3 years left on Ryan Ellis's deal. He's 32 years old, but I mean, that means we're making the defense core older. We want to make it younger. We're looking for like a Ryan Pulock kind of age, 28 years old. And that's the type of age I think that would be perfect for the team. Sounds like Sharks have a lot of salary cap too, so it would practically be impossible to ever do a trade with or pick up Ryan Merkley. So Ryan Merkley is practically off the board. Justin Falk's up there, Colton Paracco, but we already have a lot of solid defensemen. We could also pick up Dougie Hamilton. Wouldn't be a bad idea for the team, but doesn't really fit on any of the lineups for the team. Tyson Barrie as well, cheap contract. But that's all you're really looking for the side of the Quebec Nordiques. So let's take a quick look back at free agency, see what there is in free agency and shit like that. See what there's made of here. So we got Ryan Pulock. That's really it. That's the best player you're possibly looking at. It's a lot of money, but fuck, we have $24 million right now to spend. So Ryan Pulock, to me, honestly, wouldn't be a bad spend of our money. He could play well defensively. Could play up in the top 4 pairings. I think would be a perfect D-man alongside of either a Haydn Fleury or even a Univolov for the next 2 years, right? I mean, you only have to sign this guy for 2 years. Right, you could lower it down to 2 years. You already have LA, Chicago, and Buffalo. If you give that $7.7 million, maybe even no movement clause if he wants it, would be a perfect defenseman to add to the New York for the Quebec Nordiques. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. If you guys feel like I need to do any more upgrades with the Quebec Nordiques coming into this upcoming season, like maybe going after a Bo Horvat or someone depth-wise for the team, maybe like a Malkin or a JVR, somebody to help us out depth-wise, I would like to hear you guys in the comment section below. But for right now, guys, I'm gonna sign off, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Adios, amigos.